way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Whoa, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net.
And shoots, score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
DAZN is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
If you love the fight, you'll love the game.
If you had the choice, what prize would change your life?
Yes.
Woohoo!
Competitions from as little as 5p per entry. What are you waiting for? You could be next to change your life with that prize guy.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy. The following programme is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
I was like, what's going to happen to my boxing? Like, what's going to happen? He's like, I don't care about your boxing. You shouldn't care about your boxing either. Then now, like, your bowel's going to explode.
You cannot convince somebody their life's worth living if they don't believe it.
It was just a lot of emotion for me because from possibly never boxing that style of winning, it's just undeniable. Like, I've got this thing where I won't be denied, so it's like...
You did call out Nick Ball after that last fight.
I just think I would be able to box him and also keep the pace. Behind the grind. Start grind.
Well, hello, good afternoon, welcome to Glasgow and welcome to a new era for Scottish boxing. After the recent retirement of Josh Taylor, we are now on the hunt, on the quest to find someone who can carry the torch, for someone who can claim the throne. On Saturday night, a number of key elite talents from Scotland will all be in action, all looking to state their case as to why they can carry the torch. The main event is the return of the unbeaten featherweight sensation Nathaniel "The Nightmare" Collins, challenging to become European champion against Cristobel Lorente. Now today is the weigh-in, they're going to hit the scales, they're going to face off for the final time, and I'm delighted to be joined in great company. I'm here with, I believe around here they call you a bonny lass, Ruth Raper. How are you?
I mean, I'll accept it, I'll take it, I'm good, I'm really excited for Saturday and I can't wait to see the guys get weighed in.
I can't wait either. Zach Miller at the end there, Commonwealth champion, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all good, I'm great to be here. Can't wait to see the fight on Saturday night.
And we can't talk about the next King of Scotland without what, are you the last King of Scotland? Are you still the King of Scotland,
I'm
Josh
the king.
Taylor?
I'm still the king.
You're still the man. Listen, this is all kind of because of you, right? Because you brought big-time boxing back to Scotland in May, your fight with Echo Esteban. It must be nice, a good feeling that we're back here.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's great to see the generation at the back of me coming through. I mean, boxing's thriving in Scotland right now, and there's a lot of good talent coming through, so it's great to see that the lads here and the girls as well, but obviously it's just lads today that are coming through on this card and getting the young talent in Scotland are getting the chance to keep showing their talent on big stages. So yeah, it's good that it's up here in Scotland. So yeah, I'm chuffed to bits.
It's fantastic to see. And Zach, you're a very key kind of knowledge on this, because you've boxed Nathaniel Collins, you've sparred him for this camp, you've also been sparring Regan Glackin. You're really at it for this show. Tell me what you're thinking heading into this.
Yeah, I can't see past Nathaniel doing a fantastic job. I think he's going to put on a great performance. You know, you've seen his performances over the past couple of years now. He just keeps getting better and better. And we sparred up to this fight, and yeah, he's sharp. He's looking good in the gym. And Regan as well, from the same gym, he's looking well, challenging for the British title. That should be a cracking fight, and I think he'll get the job done.
You know what it's like to box for titles. It puts a little something extra onto that fight, doesn't it? Tell us how these guys fighting for titles are going to be feeling walking into that ring in their hometown on Saturday night.
Well, you know, it's a massive night for Scotland. All the young Scottish talent on the show, especially the ones who are fighting for titles, it's going to give them that bit of an edge. They're going to want to get in there, perform in front of the home crowd, do the job and take the titles home.
That's it, yeah. You mentioned home crowd there. You know exactly what it's like to fight in a home crowd. When you're in those championship rounds and it's a war, it's a gruelling fight, how important are the fans when you can hear them?
Yeah, there's not better than hearing them, but there's not better than being in a gruelling fight, is there, John?
Yeah, love it. I used to love it. Being in a phone box, I used to love it. But yeah, it's great when you're here and you've got the home fans at the back of you, and you're in that kind of phone box kind of style fight, and you hear the crowd when you land a good shot, and it lifts you that little bit extra 5%, gives you that little bit up the backside, and yeah, it's brilliant. It definitely does help. It definitely does help.
It's such a key fight for Nathaniel. I kind of liken it to your fight with Ahara Davis, and it's only right it's at the same arena, it's at the Brayhead. The one time you boxed there was against Ahara Davis. He was unbeaten at the time, you beat him, you broke out. Nathaniel Collins takes on an unbeaten opponent, he beats him, he moves very, very close to fighting for a world title.
Yeah, it's very similar in that sense. You know, this is his kind of breakout fight as well. You know, his last one, I believe, was a sort of breakthrough fight, but this is the one it's going to put him onto looking like maybe potentially getting a world title fight in the near future. So this is a very important fight for him at the weekend, and he seems to be taking it all in his stride. Doesn't seem to be moved at all by the event, by the stage, by the occasion. He seems very calm, poised, which is a good sign, in my opinion. You know, that I know Nathaniel quite well, but it doesn't seem like the occasion's getting to him at all. He seems like quite poised and up for it, which is all good signs.
What is it about Nathaniel, because you've boxed him of course and you've been sparring him, what is it that's so kind of difficult to overcome in there?
I think he's just a true professional as well. He gets in there, he's in tip-top shape, you'll see that on the scales, works hard, dedicates himself in and outside the gym, and as a fighter he's well-rounded. He can do a bit of everything. It's he's a bit of a puzzle, you know. You'll try, put him on the back foot, he can box on the back foot, he can fight with, he can do a bit of everything. He's a good fighter, very well-rounded.
It's a brilliant division as well, Ruth. I mean, I was looking at the Ring magazine rankings. Nathaniel's in there now. He's number 10. Of course, he's number 1 with the WBC as well. There's so much at stake here with it being a final eliminator.
This is such an exciting time for Nathaniel and for that whole weight group, really. Like you said, he's ranked. And winning this European title is only going to put him one big step closer to getting that world title fight. And we heard him say yesterday at the press conference, he has not thought once about the fact this is a European title. All he's thinking about, I'm getting close to a world title, I'm getting close to a world title, and that shows us how serious he is. This man is dead serious, and I think we're going to see an explosive performance on Saturday.
Yeah, I love it when it's unbeaten versus unbeaten. There's something about that, and we've got that with Regan Glackin against Louis O'Doherty for the British lightweight title as well. Regan Glackin, you've been sparring in, you've said, and there's an intensity about both guys heading into this fight. What do you think, Zach?
Yeah, he is, and Regan's in the gym with Nathaniel. You know, the gym's buzzing. He's seeing the success that Nathaniel's getting, so he wants a bit of that, similar to me at my gym with Jack Raffett. You know, it's good competition, but within the gym, and Regan's got his shot here, but this kid's undefeated. I don't know too much about him, but if you're an undefeated fighter, you're in there for a reason. You're undefeated for a reason, you're fighting for the British title for a reason. You've got to be good for that fight, for that title. So yeah, that's going to be another cracking fight. But as I say, Regan, good fighter, true professional, in good nick. Yeah, it should be a good fight.
What about Willie Hutchinson? I mean, for me, he's one of the best characters, not just British boxing, in all of boxing. He lit up the press conference yesterday. He's so engaging, but a brilliant fighter as well. At a key moment in his career tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely. And as you touched on there, his charisma and his character is brilliant. You know, he's right funny and witty in that. So that adds to his friend-family affair, his style. He's a great boxer, tidy boxer. Yeah, and he's got this opportunity the weekend, and hopefully he goes on, pushes on, and gets big fights as well. So yeah, I'm very excited for the weekend. It's Scottish boxing's in a good place. It certainly is, and we're in a good place too, because this weigh-in process is about to begin. Let's head over to our MC, Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official weigh-in for the next King of Scotland. A great night of championship boxing tomorrow at the Braehead Arena in Glasgow, Scotland. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, Riot Season, That Prize Guy, Global Next Trade, 32 Red, and Unibet. This great event will be broadcasted live worldwide on DAZN, and tickets can be purchased through Ticketmaster.co.uk. Let's now get the weigh-in process started. Our first two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round light heavyweight contest. First to the scale, we welcome, coming to us from Las Palmas, Islas Canarias, Spain. He brings a professional record consisting of 3 wins, 2 defeats, 2 draws, with one of his 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Javier Atacaite Santana.
Win. It was a huge upset, actually. He knocked out Elliot Elimasi. Elliot Elimasi, a very fancied prospect coming through, and it will be a bit of an upset if he can pull it off on Saturday night against Steve Collins Jr.
176.1 for Javier Atacaite Santana. And now we welcome to the scale from Dublin, Ireland. His professional record, 15 wins, 5 defeats, 1 draw, 4 wins by knockout. Here is Steve Collins Jr.
Steve Collins Jr., of course, the son of the legendary Steve
178.1 for Steve Collins Jr.
Well, Steve Collins Jr. getting himself back in the mix. I think he's seen a lot of the Ben Eubank rivalry going on and thinking, hey, I want a bit of that.
And who could blame him? It's all a bit more exciting, isn't it, when they've got those famous dads, and his dad really was one of the best that Britain's ever produced.
Yes.
Or Ireland even.
Yeah, special fighter was Steve Collins, right, Josh?
Yeah, great fighter. I used to love watching him. All action style. He was always in a great fight, so if he's anything like his father, we're going to be in for a treat tomorrow.
Well, absolutely that. Well, Steve Collins has been doing the round senior, that is, talking about how his son is resurgent, how he wants it, but he's got his work cut out tomorrow because Javier Santana is towering over him here.
Yeah, he looks a big lad, but Collins isn't some Nick himself, you know. Smaller man make himself small and compact.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round light heavyweight contest.
That will certainly be interesting to see this one. Steve Collins Jr., a renewed Steve Collins Jr. according to Senior, and looking to really get back in the mix against Santana tomorrow night.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super featherweight contest. First to the scale from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. His professional record, 8 wins, 8 defeats, 3 of those 8 wins by knockout. Here is Mario Victorino Vera.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beat. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beat.
128.8 for Mario Victorino Vera.
Here we go.
And now we welcome to the scale, coming to us from Caguas, Puerto Rico. He had a stellar amateur career and now is a professional, undefeated with 1 victory. Here is Jandiel Chinito Lozano.
Well, this is a special talent indeed. World Championship silver medalist, Jandiel Lozano.
$129.1 for Jandiel Chinito Lozano.
That's it. You don't get a silver in the worlds without being a special quality fighter. You know, a lot of people say those worlds are tougher than the Olympics, so it's going to be really exciting to see where he can take his career.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, winning a silver medal at the Amateur World Championships is a hell of an achievement. And yeah, you're correct about that stat. I think it's probably harder to win a medal there than it is at the Olympics. So yeah, looking forward to this tomorrow to see how this fight progresses.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super featherweight contest.
Well, he's a young Puerto Rican star, and I think they can create great boxers over in Puerto Rico. Look at Trinidad, look at Cotto, Benitez before that. If he's anything like those guys, he's going to do very, very well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super welterweight contest. First to the scale, coming to us from Zumpango, Mexico. He has 18 professional bouts to his credit. Here is Alexei Leon.
Well, Alexei Leon will be taking on Drew Limond tomorrow evening. Drew Limond, of course, the son of the late, great Willie Limond. Just struggling here, Alexei Leon, to just get his trousers off, but they are off now. Quite the attire he's got on the scales here, I have to say.
149.1 for Alexei Leon.
Has he borrowed those off you, Josh?
I think they're a cracking set of
Now
pants.
we welcome to the scale, from right here, Glasgow, Scotland. Undefeated with 4 wins. 1 win comes by knockout. Here is Drew White Sugar Limond.
Well, lovely ovation here for Drew Limond, one of the fighting sons of the late Willie Limond. Fight number 5 coming up for him tomorrow night.
151.1 for Drew White Sugar Limond.
That's it. I mean, he's got boxing in his blood. He's got a lot of fans here in the room with him. And again, he's just one of those fighters that we're going to be very intrigued to see how his career plays out.
Yeah, he was down in Manchester at my gym last week. I had to jump in for a couple with him. He hit me with a jab. It was like a sledgehammer. But yeah, he's talented. He's a good fighter.
Just 19 years old as well. He's so young. I can't believe this fighter's coming through that young.
Yeah, and what a show to be on at his age, you know. They want to get in there and perform.
I've got a feeling when he walks out to that ring on Saturday
Once
night,
again,
there's
these
going to be a lot
two
of noise.
competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super welterweight contest.
He looks like he's ready to fight now.
He does. There's a steeliness in his eyes,
steel
isn't
behind
there?
his eyes, yeah.
Of course, his father, Willie Limond, boxed here at the Braehead Arena against Alex Arthur, both unbeaten at the time. What a fight that was.
That was a great
night.
fight, yeah, great fight.
Well, let's see if the Limond name is in safe hands going forward.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super lightweight contest. First to the scale, coming to us from Silesia, Poland. He has 44 professional bouts to his credit. Let's welcome Jacob Laskowski.
Well, Jacob Laskowski is the definition of a tough pole. This man has only ever been stopped 3 times in his career. He'll be tasked with taking on Reece Lynch tomorrow evening.
I mean, Josh, this is your weight division.
Yeah.
Do we know much about these two guys?
I don't know much about the opponent, but I've done a little bit of sparring with Reece as he was turning pro and stuff like that. Very good the amateur style, good stance, fast hand, southpaw as well. Keeps his height, uses his range, and he looks like he's kind of developing into a pro good, and it looks like he's just transitioning well. So I couldn't put that out there. It looks like he's transitioning well into the pro kind of style of boxing, and I'm looking forward to see how he moves on. I think he's going to do.
Well, here is the 2022 Commonwealth Games gold medalist Reece Lynch. Made a very, very impressive start to his career back in May. Got that knockout win. He'll be looking to do the same tomorrow evening.
141.3 for the undefeated Reece Lynch.
Josh, I heard you speaking yesterday about how your Commonwealth medal actually means more to you than anything in your career.
All
He's got the same thing, Reece Lynch here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just from my experience, you know, winning the gold medal for your country is the best honour I could have. So, yeah, he's got the same achievements, and now he's going to be looking to progress his career and become world champion as well. And I look forward to watching his journey.
Well, it was certainly an impressive debut back in May. Stopped a man who doesn't really get stopped, and it's the same sort of assignment tomorrow evening for Reece Lynch. Stop a man who rarely gets stopped. He looks so good, he's got a good
Once
aura
again,
about
these
him.
two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super lightweight
A cracking moustache as well, I must say.
Yeah, his father's done the business with the mullet. Can he do the business in the ring?
It's certainly a look. It's certainly a look.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round light heavyweight contest. First, coming to us from Krakow, Poland. His professional record consists of 1 win, 2 defeats, 1 draw. His 1 win comes by knockout. Here is Grzegorz Mardiwa.
Here we go. Now this guy strikes me as a happy fighter. I've seen him walking around. He's always got a smile on his face, but he's got to take on Alex Arthur Jr. And I tell you what, Alex is a serious young man. So we've got two very different vibes on our hands here.
Well, he's certainly turned up in shape, I'll tell you that for free.
170.7 for Grzegorz Mardiwa. Now to the scale from Edinburgh, Scotland, undefeated with 1 victory. Here is Alex Arthur Jr.
Well, Alex Arthur, of course, a name synonymous with Scottish boxing. It is now the turn of the new era. Junior takes to the scales.
171.1 for the undefeated Alex Arthur Jr.
It's a very likeable lad, is Alex Arthur Jr., Josh.
Yeah, I've known him for a long time, and you get a good laugh of him. He's got good crack, good banter, just like his dad. So, yeah, I've watched him for a long time, training alongside in the gym with his dad, and he looks like he's developing really, really well as a boxer, and he's kind of developed that pro style really early on in his career too, sitting down on his shots and things like that. So, yeah, I'm excited for watching him.
Yeah, you can see his dad there videoing him when he was on the scales. You know, it must be a proud moment watching your son there on such a big stage, doing what he does best.
Well, his dad will actually be in the corner for the first time tomorrow in fight number 2. He wasn't in the corner for the debut, but he will be tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think we'd have my dad in the corner, we'd end up arguing.
I know this, the Alex Arthur family are boxing.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round light heavyweight contest.
It's not quite the spitting image of his dad, I'll have to say that.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 8-round contest. It will be for the vacant Commonwealth Silver Youth Super Bantamweight Championship. First to the scale from Dagenham, England. Undefeated with 5 wins. He has 2 draws. Let's welcome Karim Aegis.
Well, what a week it's been for Karim Aegis. He was actually scheduled to box tonight on a separate show in Liverpool. Got the call quite late on to come and fight Marcus Sutherland, and he said, yes, I'll go and fight Marcus Sutherland. So a late replacement, a fight that's come together quite late on, but 2 unbeaten fighters in action tomorrow night.
he wasn't going to let that opportunity slip through his fingers, that's for sure.
120.7 for Kareem Ajas. Now we welcome to the scale from Shot Scotland. Undefeated with 8 wins. 5 of his 8 wins come by way of knockout. He is the current WBC Youth Intercontinental Super Bantamweight Champion. Here is Marcus Sutherland.
Here is the 21-year-old who made quite the impression back in May. Had a fight after the main event, and he got likened to a young Nick Ball, the way he just decimated his opponent.
121.8.
Certainly arrived in good shape anyway.
Marcus Sutherland.
Like you said, we've got some real young fighters on this show, and I think that's great for British boxing, for Scottish boxing. They're eager to get going, they're eager to get their professional career underway.
Well, Marcus Sutherland did so well last time that he got himself signed up by Frank Warren. Frank was clearly very impressed with what he saw, but this is a step up in opposition here against another unbeaten guy who's got all the ambition in the world.
Yeah, fair play as well, you know, stepping in with a different opponent, but as well for Sutherland, he's got an opponent last minute again, so both of them are ready to fight, both
once again,
fighters.
these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 8-round contest for the vacant Commonwealth Silver Youth Super Bantamweight Championship.
He's done a bundle of tickets as well, Marcus Sutherland. I mean, he was on after the main event last time out, but he had hundreds and hundreds of people who stayed there to watch him.
Well, that's good. A good sign for moving forward in his career. If he's selling tickets like that and his fans are staying after the main event to watch him fight, that's good. Good sign for the future.
Our next 2 fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super welterweight contest. First to the scale, coming to us from Poznan, Poland. His professional record, 2 wins, 3 defeats. 1 of those 2 wins comes by way of knockout. Here is Dawid Szabilski.
Well, this is the 30-year-old Pole who has the unenviable task of taking on young John Joe Carrigan on his professional debut. Many say John Joe Carrigan a special talent.
154.1 for Dawid Szabilski.
I rose from the ground up, but don't think I'm a flower. I keep it humble every.
And now we welcome to the scale from Carlisle, England. He had a stellar amateur career, becoming a 2024 Youth World Champion, and now tomorrow he makes his highly anticipated professional boxing debut. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing John Joe Starboy Carrigan.
There's some tremendous noise in here for John Joe Carrigan, yet to throw a punch as a pro, but the punches he threw as an amateur led into a world amateur champion.
153.7 for John Joe Starboy Carrigan.
Yeah, he's a great fighter, great talent, world amateur champion, says a lot. I mean, I'm looking forward to see him fight. I've heard a lot of him at sparring. He's sparred with a couple of lads at Lock End as well, and I've heard some great stories.
Listen, Zach, you only get 1 pro debut. What must be going through John Joe Carrigan's head?
He'll know how good he is, you know, with an amateur pedigree. Like I was buzzing with winning a working man's club, never mind a world title as an amateur. So he'll know the pedigree that he's at. He'll just want to get in there and enjoy himself, and so he should. He should get in there, enjoy the ring walk, enjoy the moment. You know, you only get 1 debut.
Sometimes you get these amateurs, you know, they have these amazing amateur careers, they turn pro and they've got this bit of hype about them, a little bit of an aura, and he definitely has that. He's signed by Shelley Finkel, and obviously Shelley Finkel doesn't just sign anybody. So again, another really intriguing career that I can't wait to see get underway.
Well, this is his first face-off as a professional fighter. Looking down on his opponent.
Definitely got that gaze on. He's got that fight gaze on. He's ready to go.
I can't
Once
wait.
again, these 2 competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super welterweight contest.
When you hear so much about fighters coming through, and you hear the
And again, all fighters
about
must
this
see
guy,
the doctor before
I just
leaving
can't wait
here
to
today.
see him fight.
All fighters,
yeah, and
please
you know
see
what?
the
It looks like
doctor.
what I like about it looks like he's not really listening to the hype. It looks like he's in the zone and ready to go, and I really like that. That's a good sign.
Yeah, he's been like that all week. He's carried himself very well. He's done a couple of press conferences.
And you need to see Crystal with your tickets as well. Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round light heavyweight contest. First to the scale from Chorley, England. His professional record, 20 wins, just 1 defeat, 7 wins by knockout. Here is the former English champion, Mark Jeffers.
It's a step up in weight for Mark Jeffers, up now at light heavyweight. Look at the bounce back from the first loss of his career.
He is coming up from the super middle, but blimey, you wouldn't know it. He's a big guy. He looks like he should be a light heavyweight.
174.1 for Mark Jeffers.
Yeah, he's an absolute madman. It won't surprise me if he goes doing a park run in the morning before his fight.
And now we welcome from Carstairs, Scotland. His professional record, 18 wins, 2 defeats. 13 of his 18 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBC silver champion and former interim world title challenger, Willie the Hutch Train Hutchinson.
Well, he is one of the most charismatic fighters that you'll see in the sport today. But this is really make or break now for Willie Hutchinson. Look at the bounce back from that defeat to Joshua Buatsi. A loss here against Mark Jeffers is unthinkable.
.7 for Willie Hutchinson.
You know what? I've noticed something a bit different about Willie lately. He's got a calm happiness. You know, Willie used to be very energetic back in the day, sometimes a bit wild. He seems to have calmed down, but what I've noticed more than anything, he's saying how happy he is, and a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter.
Absolutely, you couldn't be any more correct. You know, he's took himself away from the home comforts as well, which is good, a good sign. He's took himself away over, I think is it Portugal, I think, the training. And he's took himself away over there. He's away from home, away from his friends, away from his family. Nothing but focus on training, which is a great sign. I like that about
Once
his
again,
serious.
these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round light heavyweight contest.
I like the intensity, by the way, of Mark Jeffers. He's not just turned up here to be Willie Hutchinson's opponent. He's coming here to win.
Oh yeah, he's coming here to win, yeah. Same as Willie, he wants to win. It's going to be a cracking fight.
Yeah.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the vacant British Lightweight Championship. First to the scale from Halstead, Essex, England. Undefeated with 10 wins, 2 wins come by way of knockout. Here is the undefeated former English lightweight champion, Louis O'Doherty.
Well, Louis O'Doherty coming off that brilliant win over Yusuf Kamari, a bit of an upset back in June. He's the English champion heading into this, and he wants that British title.
134.1 for Louis O'Doherty.
O'Doherty makes weight.
And now we welcome from Glasgow, Scotland, undefeated with 16 wins, 3 wins by knockout. Here is the undefeated former Celtic lightweight champion, Regan the Shark Galactic.
Well, in over 100 years, there have only been 6 British lightweight champions from Scotland. Regan Glackin could become number 7 tomorrow night.
134.6 for Regan the Shark Galactic.
A lot of people are saying this one's going to be a 50-50. It's going to be intriguing to see how it plays out. You've been sparring him. What do you think?
Yeah, Regan's a good boxer. He does everything well. He doesn't do anything stupid. He sticks to the plan of what Joe's telling him in the corner, which is good. I've not seen much of Louis. I've not seen much of him fight, but to beat Kamara, you've got to be a good fighter. But both men are ready. Both men are going to go and refuel, and we're going to get it on tomorrow night.
That's it. I mean, and you can see there on the screen the British title. Look at it. That is something special, something beautiful. And both men know how important this fight is to their career.
British title is one of the best domestic titles in the world. In my opinion, I think one of the British titles is one of the most prestigious belts in the world going, and it means so much to the fighters.
Once again,
so
these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest. for the vacant British Lightweight Championship.
That was interesting, that. There was a very, very quick face-off. They didn't want to... That was Louis Otoatu, who just turned away pretty much immediately. Can we read anything into it, fellas?
No, it's all nonsense, this carry on. It's all a bit of a waste of time, really. In my opinion, I used to think it was a waste of time for me. I couldn't be bothered with this. I just wanted to weigh in and then fight.
You say that, but I wouldn't want to be doing a face-off with Hank. I remember what he was like.
Yeah, there was always a possibility.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the vacant Celtic Middleweight Championship. First to the scale from Dundee, Scotland. His professional record, 19 wins, 4 defeats, 2 wins by knockout. He is the former IBO Continental and Scottish Area and Celtic Champion, Paul Keane.
Well, he's a former Scottish super welterweight champion. He's mixed in good company. He's been in with Hamza Shiraza a little while back.
159.1 for Paul Keane.
Coming in good shape.
And now we
quite like what I see from him as well. Quietly confident.
Glasgow, Scotland. Undefeated with 8 wins. 3 of those 8 wins come by way of knockout. He is the current Scottish Area Middleweight Champion, Aston Badman Brown.
Well, Aston Brown is a man in a rush, a man looking to make up for lost time, and a man confident he'll get a demolition job.
159.1 for Aston.
He's in good shape, looks solid.
Brown.
Yeah, he's in good shape, looks solid. And he's got that cold steel look about him, you know, he's got that killer instinct, I know that for sure, I've seen it firsthand. And same with the opponent here, Paul, he's got the same as well. So these guys want to win this title and move on to progress the career. They're both at the later parts of the career, so they're going to want to make sure they look good doing this tomorrow and move on to a big fight, the domestic title.
Aston's got that pedigree, that amateur pedigree that I think is really going to stand in English stead. And like you said, Paul's going to have to use all of that experience that he's got and bring it into the ring with him on Saturday night.
Paul, he's telling anyone that will listen that this is going to be a demolition job, is Aston Brown. Paul Keane said, okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Wow,
here we go. He's up for it. Right up for it.
That's it, he's serious. He's serious.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest for the vacant Celtic Middleweight Championship.
Aston Brown is fired up for this one. It was a pretty friendly face-off they had yesterday at the press conference. Today, it's gone up a notch.
That's the most animated I've ever seen him. That's the most animated I've ever seen him. I've known him for years. That's the most animated I've ever seen him. So that's telling me that he's right up for this. You know, this is his chance to kickstart the career again. Once he gets the career back where he wants it to be, where it was before. So yeah, he looks like he's right up for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, our main event tomorrow will be a battle of the undefeated. 12 rounds scheduled for the EBU European and WBC Silver Featherweight Championships. It is also a WBC Final Eliminator. Brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, in association with OPI since '82. Let's first welcome to the scale from Glasgow, Scotland. Undefeated with 17 wins, 8 of those 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 1 in the world by the WBC, he is the former British and Commonwealth champion, and tomorrow, the reigning and defending WBC Silver Featherweight Champion, Nathaniel the Nightmare Collins.
In here for Nathaniel the Nightmare Collins, could we be looking at the next King of Scotland?
What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I think he looks in great shape, as always. He's definitely up for this tomorrow, so...
125.1
yeah, he's got that steel look about him.
For Nathaniel the Nightmare Collins.
Nathaniel Collins makes way.
And now we welcome to the scale, coming to us from Barcelona, Catalunya, Spain. Undefeated with 20 wins, 2 draws, 8 of those 20 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked number 10 in the world by the WBC. Tomorrow, he is the reigning and defending EBU European Featherweight Champion, Cristobel Lorente!
Cristobel Lorente, of course, the defending champion, comes to the stage second.
Yeah, a bit unusual, but I tell you what, I'm not too surprised. There's a lot of people here that are ready to cheer on Nathaniel Collins on Saturday night.
125.1 for Cristobel Lorente!
We've got a fight, guys. I'm excited about this one. The defending champion has wandered off the stage. I'm hoping just to get his t-shirt. But yeah, this will be his 3rd defence. The last defence ended in a draw. I think Nathaniel's really going to get his teeth stuck into this one, I tell ya.
I think so as well. Nathaniel's just been hyped up for weeks, looking forward to this. What's he been like to be around, Zach?
He's been good to be around, mate. He's been calm, cool, collected, done his job in the gym, and we've been sparring and gone home, you know. He knows what's ready, and what a reception that was for him then. That's what you want, especially in your hometown. Looks in great shape also.
Well, here we go. This will be the final time that they see each other. Nathaniel Collins, Cristobal Lorente, European title on the line. The winner gets a shot at the WBC World Featherweight title.
That featherweight division worldwide is so exciting. So this step here is
once
again,
ladies and gentlemen, this our main event tomorrow, live worldwide on DAZN. 12-round schedule for the EBU European and WBC Silver Featherweight Championship.
I tell you what, you think it's noisy in here, you wait until Saturday night. It is going to be electric.
Yeah, and he's in some shape today. That's the best I've seen him, you know. He looks solid. He looks solid up on that stage, and he looks like he's right up for it. Bit of a character to get excited like that for him. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Great to see the Scottish fans getting behind him, and I love that. I love the noise in here. It reminded me a little bit of the noise back in May for your fight as well. It's great. The fans get behind their fighters up here, John.
Yeah, absolutely. They love it. As I've touched on before, we don't get the opportunity to see the shows, much boxing shows up here very much. So when we do get them, they turn out and they can't wait to see it. So look like they're. I'm out of the way.
Just
I'm out of the shot.
Here's Zach Miller.
Need a bit of room for me, my big lad.
It looks like they're up for it tomorrow. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Zach, what are you reading from what you've seen? You know, they're the same weight as you, that main event, Collins and Lorente. What are you reading from that?
I've boxed Nathaniel, I've had a look at Lorente, you know, because you want to know who's around your weight and you know who's got what. He's got the EBU, potential opponent of mine in the future, but I honestly can't see past Nathaniel doing a good job on him. You know, you look at the shape of the man, he's done everything right. You can see that by his attitude in camp, the way he's performing, and I've seen it firsthand. He's made the weight there, he's going to go and refuel. The boy's buzzing, he's in his own town, he's headlining. He's going to go in there, he's going to do the job tomorrow.
And we touched on it yesterday, didn't we, Josh? Obviously, Nathaniel has gone through a lot of health problems. He was in an 8-hour surgery where he was told he may never box again, and it wasn't even something he should be thinking about. And now he's at this point where his career is really at a pivoting point. So he knows how much he loves the sport, and he knows how important this is. Those kind of health issues, they tell us something about his mindset, don't they?
I think it tells you something about the person as well, like you say. He's had to recover correctly, he's not been able to come back too fast, he's had to listen to professionals to do the right things, and you can see he's done that step by step. That's why he's been able to come back and perform at this level.
Yeah.
I feel like on this show there's a number of fighters who could be the next King of Scotland. It's not just Nathaniel Collins, he's leading the way right now, unbeaten of course in 17 fights. But I like the look of Willie Hutchinson up there. It feels like he could be a couple of wins away, Josh.
Yeah, as I say, like I touched on it earlier, it looks like he's moved himself away from the home comforts and stuff like that, so that showed that he wants it, you know, and he's taken, as I say, he's taken away from his home comforts, so it shows that he wants it and he's hungry and he's ready to push on and fight for titles, hopefully.
And he's taken on Mark Jeffers, who's come in as the opponent here, but like from everything that we've seen from Mark Jeffers, he's not just coming to lose to Willie Hutchinson, he's very ambitious, he wants to get his career back on track. So.
Yeah, of course, I know Mark quite well, he's not from far from me, he's from Charlie down the road. He's a tough man and he's a fit man. I think he's flying out sub 17 5Ks, you know what I mean? I know that don't win you fights, but he's a fit man, he'll be ready all the time.
It's not bad, is it?
I think he'd take a fight on a week's notice, you know what I mean? He's a bit of a madman, but no, Mark will be going in there wanting to do the job on Willie, the same as Willie's going to want to do the job on him, but again, that makes for a cracking fight on the show. It's a top card.
There's a lot of really intriguing fights on this one. With Willie, I really do feel like this is almost like chapter 2 of his career. So it's going to be really intriguing to see what Willie we're going to see in there on Saturday night.
Yeah, I think so too, but as we touched on it there before, he's taken himself away now. It's Willie sort of 2.0. Is it going to be better on Saturday? Hopefully, you know, and it looks like he's made all the right moves and the right choices to make that progression and make that next part of his career and becoming a world champion of reality. So he's taken all the right steps to do it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, the most fired up person that we saw up there was Aston Brown.
Yeah.
Aston Brown, of course, competing for the Celtic title against Paul Keane. And my goodness, look, you've lived with Aston Brown, you know him, he's your friend. And you said you've never seen him like that.
I've never seen him as animated as that before, you know. He's usually cool as a cucumber, like, you know, Aston is the kind of guy he would sleep through a thunderstorm, you know. He's just like, he's so laid back and cool, calm and collected. But that there showed me that he's right up for it. He wants to get this title and he wants to push on to get a big domestic fight. Hopefully his next fight, you know, if he gets the win. The same with Paul Keane as well. They both want to win this fight to then push on and hopefully get a domestic title, British title fight. So yeah, it's got the makings to be a great fight.
And just a word quickly from you, Zach, on Regan Glackin and Louis O'Doherty. You know Regan Glackin. The way they very, very quickly, the face-off they just went to camera pretty much straight away.
Yeah, I don't think there's been any verbals at the press conferences, you know.
I've tried.
I can imagine you've tried with that big wooden spoon of yours.
Yeah, you'll love to stir the spot.
Maybe next time down,
You need to get yourself a new spoon, but yeah, no, I think they just want to get in there and get the job done now. They probably can't be arsed staring at each other for half hours.
Sure.
They're going to see each other in there for 12 rounds tomorrow, so they just want to get back, get fueled up and get ready to go.
Absolutely. Well, in a couple of weeks' time, there's a couple of fighters who are going to be seeing each other for 12 rounds, or probably less, considering they are heavyweights. We can't wait for this one. October 25th, Joseph Parker, Fabio Wardley, so much on the line. Have a look at this.
I am the avoided fighter in the heavyweight picture, and I back myself against any fighter out there.
I don't need to be perfect for 12 rounds. I just need to be perfect for that one moment.
I believe people avoid fighting me because I'm dangerous, and I have belief.
There's a lot on the line, there's a lot at stake. And someone's getting knocked out.
So let's get it on.
Knocking on the door for a world title. Incredible stuff. And it just takes one shot.
This is all or nothing.
All or nothing. Absolutely can't wait for that. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Parker Wardley. Zach Miller, I'm going to come to you because I see you nodding. I see you enjoying that promo.
Yeah,
what are you thinking?
It's a cracking fight, innit? Come on, they're both good people as well. They're both good for the sport. If Parker could have a job in anything, couldn't he? Do you know what I mean? He could be a presenter on Ready Steady Cook. He's that good on the camera, but no, he's a good fighter as well. And yeah, I hope I can get down there and watch it firsthand.
Yeah. Well, Parker goes into this as a favourite. He's a bit of a favourite.
Yeah.
Listen, he's competed at a high level. He's got wins over Deontay Wilder, Martin McCauley, Zhilei Zhang. Is he rightly the favourite, Josh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been around the block a few times and passed the test, passed all the acid tests. Great fight the last time out, you know, so he is definitely the A-side in this fight, you know, and Wardley now has got to come in and prove that he's worthy of being at this level and worthy of the hype that he's getting around him now. So it's a great fight for the two of them. I favour Parker. I'm favouring Parker for this one, but Wardley is a great fighter as well, and that punch power as well. You know, that punch power he's got that one punch KO power, which we all love to see in the heavyweight division.
That's it. That's the exciting thing about this fight. Although yes, Parker is the favourite, Wardley has got that explosive equaliser, and like he said at the press conference, he may have dodged a bullet, but he also shot the guy that had the gun. What a one-liner, right?
Yeah.
That was something special.
Yeah.
When you know you've got that equaliser, do you think sometimes it's a bit dangerous to almost rely on it too much?
Yeah, sometimes that can be your own sort of kryptonite, really. You know, if someone knows that all it takes is one punch, you might end up start loading up a little bit, and then that's quite easy to predict and get out of the way of and dodge and duck and dive and just pepper someone if they're just loading up. So there is that danger that he might have that in the back of his mind. due to the sort of lack of experience of being on this big stage. So it's quite an interesting fight because obviously Parker, we know he can box, he can punch. He's been there and done it and wore the t-shirt many times. And then we've got Wardlow on the other half who's want to prove it. So it's a great fight. It's a great fight.
Yeah, no, like you say, does he rely on that power or does he listen to his corner? That's what he's got to do on the night. You know, he's got to stay calm and cool under the pressure. He's fighting Parker. He's a massive name. He's boxed the bigger names. He's got the experience, but there's no reason why Wardley can't go out there and stick to the plan and get the job done. But it's going to be a tough task in beating Parker. You know, he's a quality fighter. Yeah, he can do a bit of everything.
Well, if he does, I mean, he gate crashes. He's already, you know, in the top 10. If he beats Joe Parker, suddenly he's number 2 heavyweight in the world. That's how highly ranked Joe Parker is right now. Yeah. For me, I think we should talk about this because that is sensational. Considering this guy, I think he's a wild card in the whole heavyweight division. He shouldn't be here. He was a white collar fighter. Yeah. 4 white collar fights. What is he doing here, Zach?
Yeah, he's not meant to be here, is he? He's not meant to be doing this. There's no amateur pedigree. There's a couple of white collar shows and look what he's doing, do you know what I mean? He wins his fight, story. Puts him on a world title shot, doesn't it? It's crazy, it's mad, but fair play to him.
Yeah, that's a brilliant show coming up October 25th, and there's another great fight on there. I can't wait for this one. Louis Edmondson defends his British and Commonwealth light heavyweight titles against Ezra Taylor. Now, these are two fellas who do not like each other one bit, and I know this better than anyone, because have a look at this.
Go on then. Go on then. I'm with it. Go on then. I'm jittery. I'm here with it. Slap me then. I see what it is. With me, I'm not going to say something that I don't do, Louis. If I say I'm going to slap you, I'm going to slap you across your face. I will slap you across your face. If I say I'm going to slap you, I'm not going to do that. I'm a professional. But if you're saying that, you're saying it. Let's do the code of a man. If you say you're going to do something, be a man of your word and do it. Are you going to slap me, Louis? Are you going to slap me, Louis? Are you going to slap me, Louis? You can slap me right now. Are you going to slap me right now? Fuck the 25th. You ain't going to slap me in that. You're going to box me. Let's be real. Let's use real terminology. Are you going to slap me now? Because you're not about what you say you're not standing on. Don't say shit that you're not standing on. Or what?
Shut your mouth, you sausage.
Or what?
You sausage. Shut your mouth.
Or what? I'll send you Jora over there.
Come then, do something.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I sort of flinched at the start, like when he went like that. How bad was it, Ruth?
It wasn't too bad, too bad, but it's funny, going back to the main event, Parker and Wardley, you're going to struggle to get two nicer guys, you really are. Yeah. And then we've got that one, a bit of fireworks in there, and it's nice to see that. Every now and then you need that, you really do. And I can't wait to see how it plays out, I really can't. It's a great matchup.
I just love that insult, sausage. I think that's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. I mean, what does it mean, sausage?
Zach, you've done one of those face-offs before. I think you went quite viral recently with your one with Leon Woodstock. He was wearing a balaclava. Yeah. He said he was in prison.
Yeah, but no, we was in better. Yeah, he was in jail, but no. It's you again, innit? That's made your year, that, innit? You know, these locked-ins, you're getting good at them, you're stirring in the pot, and you're getting them riled up for the fights. But no, it was good. I watched it, and it was a good episode. And yeah, they're both crackers, aren't they? But they're going to get in there and they're going to have a fight, and then probably be mates afterwards. But yeah, it's good for the camera.
No, I don't know about that.
They will.
Zach, I just wanted to ask you, like Deb said, you know what those things are like. You know what it is to have a little bit of ag, to have someone acting a certain way in front of your face. But after the fight, do you forget all of that, or do you still remember it?
No, I still remember it. Yeah,
remember it. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely still remember it. In fact, but he definitely wasn't in jail anyway. But no, it's good. But listen, I'm respectful to everyone. If I'll shake anyone's hand, you know what I mean. It is what it is. They're building the fight up, and that's the way it goes. I've seen worse things happen. People have flipped tables, punched people, but people turning up in balaclavas or calling him a sausage or whatever, it's not going to affect the fight. Do you know what I mean? They're going to get in there and they're going to do the job.
There's a flip side though, right? Because they have both, as you've seen from that clip, both really talked up their chances, both thrown insults, sausage or whatever at the other guy. But if you lose the fight, and one of them has to, how do you live with yourself?
I mean, listen, no, boxers do not want to lose. That sounds obvious, but there's this burning inside them when they lose, and it's the worst thing in the world. But ultimately, it's like you said yesterday, Josh. Boxing is a game of snakes and ladders. Yeah. The loser has to start all the way from the beginning, and they know that in the back of their mind. And that light heavyweight division is really on fire right now. Obviously, we've got that Manchester show coming up. Yeah. That is littered with phenomenal light heavyweight talent. They're going to be keeping an eye on that. So they know this is their time to shine. This is their time to make a statement. Yeah. So these guys are going to be serious.
Yeah, absolutely. And they saw it in that VT there. So they're both right up for it. So they know this is their chance to break out and get big fights. So yeah, they're both right up for it, and it's showed there in that VT there. So yeah, I'd be looking forward to that one as well, and see which see if which sausage prevails.
Let's see, indeed. Zach Miller, thank you so much for joining us. It's been great to see you. Any news on when we're going to see you again?
We'll be out before the end of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, we need that.
That's what we want to see.
The end of the year.
Good stuff. Josh, how is life in retirement treating you? You okay?
Yeah, it's been good. A little bit boring, you know, a little bit of a change of pace, you know. Going all over the world to here, there and everywhere, sparring, moving over the country, to then all of a sudden sitting in my living room doing nothing, you know, and everyone's at work and my friends are at work and all that. So yeah, it's been a bit boring, but yeah, I'll find something to do. I'll maybe get on the golf course and create a few new bunkers, you know.
Well, it's been great to have you today, and hopefully we see you all the time. I love working with you, so good stuff. Great to see you.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And Ruth, great stuff as always from yourself
as
well.
always, enjoyed it. And I can't wait for Saturday. That noise is going to be electric.
Oh, it's going to be electric. It most certainly is. We can't wait. Saturday night, the next King of Scotland, the headline, Nathaniel "The Nightmare" Collins, unbeaten in 17 fights, but this is the one. If he wins this against Cristobel Lorente, he'll become European champion and that much closer to a world title shot. Big show coming up. Join us tomorrow night.
I was like, what's going to happen to my boxing? Like, what's going to happen? He's like, I don't care about your boxing. You shouldn't care about your boxing either. Now, like, your bowel's going to explode.
You cannot convince somebody their life's worth living if they don't believe it.
It was just a lot of emotion for me, because from possibly never boxing that style of one, it's just undeniable. Like, I've got this thing where I won't be denied, so it's like...
You did call out Nick Ball after that last fight.
I just think I would be able to outbox him and also keep the pace. Behind the grind. Start grind.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. Physically fit, physically fit, physically. Come on. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Ready?
I think so.
You think so? Come on, Mark, it's a yes or no answer.
Mark Kerr, a man on a mission.
I've never seen him like this before.
To be the greatest fighter in the world. But with everything he's been through, can he still fight?
I know what I'm doing, all right?
Or will all his hopes and dreams come crashing down?
Come on, are you ready?
Yes.
If you love the fight, you'll love the game.